The Black Latina Movement is a theater and film production company based in New York City, and we do theater and film that gives the Black Latina a voice. Want to give women who haven't had a voice in the media that voice with our productions. I came up with it because for 12 years prior to now, I had been an actress. And acting in New York, I had so many different roles, and the Latina roles were always very sexed out and overly, had a lot of sex with them. And then the black roles for females were very ghetto and head rolling and all of that mess. And so I was kind of frustrated. So the play was written out of frustration. One day I just sat down and gave myself the time to say, I'm gonna put all my feelings out into a piece. And then I had a few friends of mine and close friends of mine who now I've created this organization with, who said, you should make it into a play.
And it's a one-person show competition where I think it's been like 5 years. Crystal submitted her piece, Black Latina, as a one-person show. And that's how I first knew about the piece. And now she's coming to her anniversary as far as Black Latina being in existence. And every year she picks different directors. And this year I happen to be the lucky one to direct her piece. We have a wonderful cast of women. And I have to say that because of the wonderful cast, directing the piece has been easy for me.
My family makeup, my mother is Russian and Polish, and my father is Black and Indian. And I guess I relate to the story because I grew up bicultural, and everyone wants to be understood.
It's fusion, showing the blend of the two and bringing a new wave.
And everyone wants to relate to others, and sometimes when there's more in the pot, per se, you gotta do a little bit more legwork to understand what it is you have to offer the world.
Characters, there are 4 characters, they're monologues. It's anger, sad, love, and empowered. And the characters are basically emotion that you feel when you are, bicultural. Going through those emotions in life, you can have a lot of anger from not understanding why the world doesn't get you. You can have a lot of sadness from just wanting to be accepted. But there are those of us who have accepted who we are, and we don't need the external world to be okay with that. So then the character love comes into play. You love who you are. And then empowered, understanding who you are and feeling that and having that sense of freedom.
Accent is Australian, but I am Brazilian. Yes, I was born in Brazil, and then my family moved to Australia.
Not only because I made the choice for college and a higher level of education, but because I have a higher level.
My mum used to work in an orphanage, and a lot of families from Australia used to come and adopt children there. And so she met a lot of Australian couples, and one of the couples that she met wanted to open up a furniture business in Australia, and my dad was a cabinet maker. So they asked if we were interested in moving to Australia, and my parents were like, yeah, why not? I auditioned for this play, and then I was cast in it. It's a story that applies to me, and I think it applies to a lot of other people, being Black and being Latina, and a lot of people don't understand how you can be both, and the struggles that we go through that people don't really seem to understand and have a real grasp on. And for me, moving from Australia to America, it's been a very big transition, because race here is a lot different than what race is in Australia or in Brazil. So for me being here, I've learned a lot of different and new things as well, and I think this play is amazing.
I'm from Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, the capital, and I actually came to New York 2 years ago to study acting, and my first language is Spanish. My parents, my entire family is Dominican, and they live in Dominican Republic also. I auditioned for it through Actors Access. I found out about it, and I was like, Black Latina. When I first saw it, I was like, this is for me.
But nevertheless, we're there for a reason. Because without
People are always telling me, people like, when they look at me, they usually don't know where I'm from, and then they see me, they're like, whoa, you speak Spanish? And then they're surprised and they're like, oh, I thought you were African American. I love challenges, and this place has brought a lot of challenges to it, and I love the opportunity that they give me. And I'm just very grateful to be here.
Well, I was given that title some years ago. I've been performing for 25 years now, and I landed into freestyle by accident before it was actually called freestyle. To me, it was just a style of music, and I hoped that it would turn into a pop genre, which it did for a little while. And I'm proud to say I'm still performing, so it's a wonderful thing. Actually, I came here to this building to join HOLA, the Hispanic Organization for Latin Actors. And as I was leaving, a gentleman, A.B. Lugo, he said to me, you know, would you like to audition for a play? And I said, okay. And I auditioned, and I thought actually it was the worst audition of my life. But I got the phone call to come in, so I'm very happy and very excited to be here. As a Black Latina, my mother is Puerto Rican, my father is Cuban, and I'm American. I was born here too, so.
We kind of characterize them as two different types of women. I mean, there's an array of Black Latinas, but you can be a Black Latina whose mother or father is African American and other parent is Latino. So the president of the company, April Lopez, she's one type of Black Latina. Her mother is African American and her father is Ecuadorian. Or you can be an Afro-Latina, where you don't have direct African-American, you don't have African-American parents. You could be a Black Latina, what they call Afro-Latinas, from Cuba or Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic or Brazil. And their cultures are part of the African diaspora, but for the most part, both of their parents are Latinos. They're part of the Afro-Latino community. So we want to embrace both types of Black Latinas, because living in the States, we find both of them. So we want to let everyone know that we want to encompass both in our company.